the body to rest down in that child's pose. Stretching the arms long if you've taken that version, or maybe your arms are alongside your legs. Whatever version you're in, just sit back towards your heels a little bit more. Forehead is grounding down into your mat. And as you inhale and exhale, let's visualize drawing the breath in through the forehead. As you exhale, releasing the breath back down into the ground. So as you inhale, just bringing in anything you need for your day today. Maybe it's that extra strength or energy. And letting go of anything that's consuming the mind that doesn't serve. So if there's any worries, the worrying is praying for the things that we do not want, and what we focus on grows. So we want to let those little things go. Maybe sitting back a little more towards your heels now. Let's just take a few more breaths. When you feel ready, just start to walk back up and come into a table position. So draw your knees under your hips and your hands under your shoulders. Let's do our cat-cow breath. So as you inhale, dip down into the belly, dropping the belly towards the mat. And as you exhale, rolling the spine towards the ceiling and tucking in the chin. So letting that breath now flow through the length of the spine. Really keep the movement slow, take your time. You prefer to close the eyes and do so. Round the palms, separate the fingers. I take a few more breaths here in that cat-cow. Taking a pause between your inhale and your exhale. Let's do one more. Coming back to table when you're ready. Turn both fingers towards you and then just sit back slightly towards those heels to stretch in the inner arm and wrists. So important to keep all those joints healthy. Keep that circulation flowing, that movement. So let's just take 2 more breaths here. Feeling that stretch all the way up the inner arm. Turn your palms back to center. Tuck the toes. Let's head into downward dog, pushing back into those heels, and then take a pedal or a walk or whatever feels good today. Start to drop the knees and hover the knees, and then push back into your down dog. Inhale, drop the knees. Exhale, push back. Let's do a few more. And one more. Pushing back. Let's start to walk towards the top of our mat. Keep some distance in the feet still. Let the body hang and maybe hold on to the elbows and take a little sway side to side. So you can have that slight micro bend in the knees. Let the arms go, let the arms feel heavy. Take a roll up all of the way. Bring your palms together and exhale to the heart center. Take that inhale again, reach up. Exhale, fold over the legs. We're going to do that a few times. So inhale like you're gathering the energy that you need for your day, rolling up, reaching up, and exhaling, letting go of anything that doesn't serve. So keep that movement through the body. Inhale, roll up, grow tall, reach up, and exhale, fold. Let's take one more here. Inhale, rolling through the spine, reaching long, and exhale, fold. Last time, just let the head feel heavy. Drop your left hand to your block or your mat and open up with your right arm. Legs are straight. So if you need your block, do take it. Drop your right hand down, open with your left arm now. Both hands come down to the mat. Let's take a long spine here. Maybe the hands come to the shins as you push the spine upwards. Exhale, fold. Take a step back into your plank pose. Hands under the shoulders. Bend at the elbows and lower down to your yoga mat all of the way. Relax your toes, send your arms alongside you. As you inhale, roll away from your mat, squeezing the glutes, rolling up. And as you exhale, drop back down. Inhale, roll up like a superwoman pose, flying through the sky. Point the toes, stretch through the arms, the fingers, and exhale, drop down. Let's take one more, strengthening the whole of the back as we go. Point the toes, stretch through those fingers, pull up a little more, relax the shoulders. Exhale, fold. Bring your hands just under your shoulders, push up. Send your body into a child's pose, sitting back. And we're going to go forward and back. So plant your hands down, drop down to your mat, bending at your elbows. Exhale, back to the heels. So an inhale, dropping down to your mat. See if you can just hover your chin. Exhale, push back. Let's take a few more here. Dropping down, make sure the elbows are tight to the body. Pushing up. We're going to do one more. Drop down. And push back. From here, let's just start our long circle. So just roll through the body now. Hands don't need to move. Breath is lovely and long. If you need to pause anywhere, then do so. Roll through that knee joint, that wrist joint. Start to incorporate the shoulders. And go the opposite way. Slowly waking up the body. Taking one more here. Sit back to the heels, drop the head down in your extended child's pose. So your arms are long. See if you can reach your fingertips a little further up your mat. Feeling that full stretch in the arms. Coming back to table when you're ready. So let's bring our right arm up, stretch it up just as we did standing. And this time thread it through the left, bring your right ear down to your mat. Send your left arm long, reaching up to the ceiling. And then start to take that left arm around the lower back, maybe reaching the right thigh towards the right hip. Shoulder stretch. Taking one more breath. Breathing all the way into the belly, maybe taking that exhale out of the mouth. And then slowly pushing back to that table position. Let's reach along with that left arm, looking up at the hand as it goes. And then thread it through that right arm, left ear to the mat, send the right arm up to the ceiling. And then around that lower back. How does that left shoulder feel this morning? A few more breaths here. And then come back to that table. Ready to head back into down dog when you're ready. Push back. We're going to take a step to the top of our mat. Bring both feet together. Fold over the legs. Inhale, let's grow tall. Exhale, heart. Inhale, let's reach it up. Exhale, fold. Long spine when you're ready. Stepping back right and left into plank. Take that slow lower down to your mat. Breathe to cobra. Exhale, down dog. Squeeze your right leg back, three-legged dog. Let's plant it to the top of our mat. High lunge when you're ready. Bend into that right leg. Bring your hands to your heart. Take a twist over that right knee. And then just drop and hover the left. And squeeze it up. Drop and hover that left knee. Squeeze it up. And one more, drop it down. Squeeze it long. Frame your right foot, step it back to your plank. Lower down to your mat. Breathe to cobra. Exhale, down dog, pushing back. Squeeze your left leg back, three-legged dog. Ready to step forward, top of the mat, high lunge. Take the arms long in that high lunge, bringing the arms up. Hands to your heart center, take that twist over your left knee. Drop your right knee down now, squeeze it up. And again, dropping down, squeezing long. One more here, drop down and squeeze long. Framing your left foot, step it back to your plank. Bending at the elbows, lowering down to your mat. Staying on your mat now, sending your arms long. Let's inhale, pull the whole body away from your mat. And exhale down. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, release down. One more here. Inhale. Exhale, release. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Come back into your child's pose. Sitting back to those heels. One more breath here. Arms along. Make sure your palms are flat down, your fingers wide. As you roll forward, bending at the elbows, dropping that chin. Exhale back to those heels. You can always rest here if you need. Rolling down, bending at the elbows, pushing up strong, and back to the heels. Let's take two more. Back to the heels. And last one here. Back to the heels. Take that circle if you need, drawing right, rolling through. And then maybe rolling left. Last time here. Come back towards the heels and then find your down dog. Push back. Spread the fingers wide, make sure you're grounding down. We're going to step forward to the top of the mat, bring the feet together and fold over the legs. Inhale, let's rise tall. Exhale, heart. Let's continue. Inhale, reach it tall. Exhale, fold it down. Long spine when you're ready. Stepping back left and right, finding that plank. Lower down to your mat. Find your cobra and exhale, down dog. Let's squeeze that left leg back. Inhale, draw knee to chest. Exhale it long. Inhale, take it in. Send the leg long. One more here. Take that leg long and then plant it forward, top of the mat, left side. Bring up the arms. Bring your hands to your heart. Let's twist left. Drop your knee down and squeeze it up. Let's drop that knee. Squeeze it long. And one more here. Squeezing long. This time, see if you can plant your right hand outside edge of that left foot. If not, you bring it in. Doesn't matter. You can use your block. And you send your left leg, or left arm I should say, not leg, long in the sky. So right hand is down, left arm is long. Twisting to that right knee. Left knee. God, I'm getting my left and rights wrong this morning. From here, frame your left foot, drop your knee down, just find your low lunge, bring up the arms, and then frame that left foot again, and let's move forward and back. So in your own time, just stretching forward, releasing back. Last one. Frame that left foot again. Take it to your plank. Bend at your elbows down to your mat. Breathe to cobra. And exhale, down dog. Just take a few breaths here. See if you can squeeze your inner arms in. Rotating into the shoulders. See if you can ground your heels down a little more. There's no tension in the neck, the head is heavy. And we're going to take our right leg back and long. Let's inhale, knee to chest. Take the leg long. Inhale, squeeze it in. Take that leg back. One more here, squeeze it in. And that leg is long. Let's step forward, top of the mat, right foot. Bring up those arms, bend into your high lunge. Bring your hands to your heart, let's twist right. Drop that knee down and squeeze it up. Drop down, squeeze up. One more here, activating those glutes. Let's split the arms, so you drop your left hand down and your right arm up. Finding balance, you can always drop that back knee down. Well done. Frame your right foot, now drop that knee. Come into your low lunge, growing tall in your arms. And then frame your right foot ready to go forward and back in your own time. Let's take one more. So our body should be nice and warm now. We're going to frame our right foot and step it to plank. Holding that plank. We're going to come onto our left hand and open with our right. Side plank. See if you can pull away your left hip a little more from your mat. Hold that side plank. You can always drop your left knee. With control, drop your right hand down and roll the opposite way. So that left arm is going to be up. Again, pull away from your yoga mat. See if you can pull that right hip a little further away. Ground into that right hand. And then drop that left hand down back into your plank. Squeeze your right knee towards your left elbow and take it back. Squeeze your left knee towards your right elbow and take it back. Let's do a few more. See if you can do it with control. So there's not a rush in the movement. Let's do 2 more. We can feel the core working. From here, drop your knees. Find your child's pose. Sit back to the heels, drop the head. And reconnect with your breath. A tool that's always there. From here, roll down to your mat. Bring your legs together and send your arms behind you, linking your fingers behind your back. Feet stay together as you roll into Shalabhasana, rolling up. You can keep your feet down if you want, or you take your feet away from your mat, but you keep the feet together. So pull back into the shoulders, the chest, the arms, holding and squeezing. Feeling the whole of the back of the body working. Maybe coming up a little higher. And release. Back down. Bring your hands back under your shoulders. And see if you want to come up into a higher cobra. So pushing into the hands. You can always take your hands a little further towards the corner of your mat to come up that little bit higher. Feeling that stretch in your lower back. As you exhale, slowly coming back down to your mat. Hands under the shoulders. Take it back into your child's pose. If you need a circle here, rotation, then take it. If not, you're resting back. So we're going to start to delve into the poses, but hold them a little longer. Encouraging strength and flexibility. But most importantly, delving deeper into those muscles and tissues. Roll back over your hands, back into your plank pose. Roll onto your left arm and take your right arm up. I know, I'm sorry. Pull away from your mat a little more. Changing it slightly, bring your right hand back down. And we're now going to do those alternate knees. So we've got 2 lots, I'm afraid. The movement is slow. If you need to rest, you come back into your child's pose. Alternate knees to the alternate elbows. Let's do one more. Hold our plank and we roll onto that right arm. Left arm long. Hopefully feeling very warm now. Come back down, keep that plank. Alternate knees. I promise it's the last time. Keep going. We've got one more set. Both sides, last one. And then drop your hips down to your mat in up dog. And exhale, down dog. Push back. Let's do that a few more times. Drop the hips. Exhale back. And one more, drop down. And exhale. Back into that down dog. Come into your plank, bend at your elbows, come all the way back down to your mat, tummy to the mat. Relax the toes. Bring your hands back behind you, bring your feet back together. And when you're ready, roll up. Pull away from your mat, keep the feet together. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Take 2 more breaths. Exhale down to your mat. Let's send that right arm out in line with the shoulder. Left arm is that lever. Roll yourself onto your right ear. Maybe taking that left leg back if that feels good. You're on your right hip. A lovely shoulder release. And roll it back. Getting ready to take that left arm out, roll onto your left hip, left ear to the mat, maybe that right leg shifts back. Rolling back to center. Hands under the shoulders, just push yourself up all of the way, coming up. So we've done quite a lot of arms. We're going to focus a bit more on our legs. If you need a drop of water, then do take it. So to start with, let's come into a squat. So you want to turn your feet out. You can sit on a block if you prefer. Push those elbows into the knees, inner knees. So dropping your lower back down. Peel your shoulders down your back. Send that neck even longer. So as we inhale now, we're going to start to come up all of the way with control. There's no rush. And we're going to grow tall and come up onto our toes. As you exhale, you're going to stay on your toes and come all of the way back down. So maybe using your block if you need. Inhale, we're going to grow tall again, staying on our toes. Squeeze the glutes at the top. And exhale, back down. Very good. We're going to do that one more time. So with control, keep the core pulled in. Roll it up. Squeeze at the top. And then this time as you exhale, plant your heels. Release your arms. Step even wider. Bend into your goddess pose. Splay the fingers. We're going to roll onto our right foot. Lift that right heel away. Drop that right heel down. Roll onto the left toes. Left heel away. Drop that heel down. I think you know what's coming next. Both toes, I know, but we can feel it working. Holding, breathing, relax the shoulders, go a little deeper, hold a little longer. Might be feeling the glutes aching tomorrow and the thighs. See if we can grow tall, staying on those heels. See if we can come back down. Well done. Let's do that again. Grow tall. I'm struggling here. Don't worry, this doesn't come natural to me. We're going to do that one more. We can really feel those legs working. Grow tall. Exhale. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop those heels. Straighten those legs. Well done. Get some water if you need it. We're then going to make sure we've got a little bit of space in front of us. So come towards the back of your mat when you're ready, no rush. And you may well want your block. So we're going to step forward with our left foot and turn our right foot out. We're going to send the arms along. So start to hinge from your hips all of the way down. And then bring your left hand down to your mat, or it can be your block, and take that rotation through the upper body. So the legs are straight. So if you need to make your block higher, you do so. Or you take that block lower, or maybe you don't need your block at this stage. So twisting, see if you can look up towards your right hand, your right thumb. Come back up, arms wide. And then we're going to hinge again, coming back down, hinging from the hips, and drop your right hand outer edge of that left foot. So if you need your block again, your block goes down and your left arm goes up. See if you can really rotate through the core. Turning your gaze maybe towards that left hand, or maybe if you're feeling wobbly, keep your gaze down towards your right hand. Turn your gaze down to the ground, roll it back up. Bring your hands to your heart center now, and we're going to start to take the weight onto our left foot and come into our warrior 3. Gazing down towards our mat. And then coming back up. Well done. Bring your feet back together towards the back of your mat. So this time you want to step the right foot forward and the left foot slightly out. We're going to take the arms out. We're going to hinge from the hips. So coming down. It's our right hand that's going to be on our block or our mat, and we're going to take that left arm up and twist. Maybe looking up towards that left thumb, that left hand. Don't worry if you're wobbling, if you're shaky. Remember you have that option of turning your gaze down. Turn your gaze to your mat as you roll it back up, arms out. And then hinge back forward. This time left hand goes over that right foot and the right arm goes up. Taking that twist. Make sure your legs are straight. If your legs are starting to bend, then grab your block so you can straighten your legs. Roll it back up. Bring your hands to your heart. So just take your time coming into Warrior 3. Find something just to hold your gaze, just in front of you. Take the weight into that right leg. And then start to take that left leg back. Doesn't matter if you wobble, if you fall out. Very good. Very good. Well done, Mandy, Katie. And then very slowly come back up. Excellent, well done. So let's draw our left knee in. Give it a squeeze in. And we're going to plant it on top of our thigh, coming into a squat. So we get that lovely stretch in the back of the glutes. Let's bring our hands to our heart. Holding that stretch. And again, if we feel wobbly, we can bring our hands onto something. Come a little lower. If you want to take it further, you straighten that leg and you fold down to your mat. Again, you can grab your block here. Intensifies that stretch, so it's only an option. If you did go down, come back up. Very good, keeping your balance. Let's release that leg and drop it down to our mat. Just bring your hands to your hips and just roll through the knees, through the waist, just both ways. And we're going to do the other side, so feet come together. It's the right knee this time, bringing it up. That foot on top of the thigh, coming in to that squat. Relax those shoulders. Don't worry if one side feels different to the other. And if you did fold forward, then fold forward on this side. Take your time going down. Well done. Maybe delving a little deeper if you stayed standing. And if you folded forward, do you come back up now? Keep the core tight, hold that balance. Well done. And let's release. Well done. Let's come down onto our mats. So, actually I'll stay facing you. Let's take the legs wide. And you may well want your block. So as you take your legs wide, push your heels away. Let's start by reaching for our toes actually. So reach for your toes or your legs. Inhale from your lower back and exhale, start to fold down. Now if you have your block, maybe your block is supporting your head. Holding, stretching, releasing those inner legs that probably feel quite tight. Stay for a little longer. And then slowly roll it back up. Draw your right knee in and then your left foot either to the inner thigh or if you want stronger, on top of the thigh. Inhale, bring your arms up, reach it up, and exhale, fold towards that right foot. If you want your strap around that foot, then take it. Take that length in your lower back as you slowly fold down. Keeping your gaze towards your toes. There's no strain in the neck. Stay for a few more breaths. And then very slowly make your way back up. Let that left leg go out. Just sit back on the hands and roll through your ankle joint. Working both ways. So ready for that other side. Make sure you're sitting evenly on the glutes. You're bringing in that right knee. Maybe that foot's on the inner thigh. Maybe it's on top of the thigh. You decide. I'll do one each side. So inhale, bring the arms up. And exhale, fold it forwards. Grab that strap if you need it. Keeping that gaze forward. Every exhale may be coming deeper. No rush. Staying for a few more breaths. And then rolling back up, drawing that leg in. So we're going to come to hero pose. It's not for everybody, so see how you feel. You want to come to kneeling, but you want to sit between the heels. And even if that feels uncomfortable, you can sit on your block if you need it. Make sure you've got some room behind you. And then from here, just start to walk back. So maybe you stay on your hands. That's okay, you're getting that lovely stretch down the thighs. Maybe this doesn't feel like it's doing much for you, and you want to come down onto your elbows. Keep that gaze forward. See how this feels. Maybe this is enough today. If you want stronger, you come onto your back and you let the palms go. Now that doesn't always suit me because I have quite a curve in my back. But if you like that position, you can stay there. So just choosing the version that works for you today. And holding. When you're ready, just bring yourself back up. We're going to draw the knees slightly closer together. Sit on the heels. And while we're here, let's do camel pose. So we come up. We're going to tuck our toes. Make sure you've got some distance between the knees. And start to take your right arm back. So it's the palm of your hand that's going to be into your heel. So we take that right arm back. We drop it down. So maybe we just want to do one side at a time. We can always just bring that left arm up. If you want to do both, you take that left arm back again to that heel and you push into your chest. Now, some people like to take their head back. I don't, but you can take your head back or you keep your chin tucked in. Squeeze into the hips, squeeze the glutes. Now the most important thing, when you come out, you drop your bottom down. So when you want to come out, drop the bottom down to come out. You see too many people just bringing the head and the neck up, and that's going to aggravate the neck. So dropping the bottom down and release. Well done. So let's come onto our backs. Have your block and have your strap. So having both things close by as we lie down. So bring your arms alongside you, take that bend into your knees. A little bit of distance, hip width apart, and then push up into your bridge. And this time link your fingers and roll up onto your shoulders as well. So this is another way that you can do a gentle back bend, like we did in camel, which is a stronger version. We can always come to our bridge. Chin is tucked in, squeezing the glutes. Hips again in that stretch. Plant the feet down. And then release your arms so they're alongside you. And exhale and slowly place your spine back down. Send your left leg long on your mat and draw in your right knee. Now this is where you might want your strap. You're either going to take hold of your big toe or wrap your strap around your foot and send your foot to the ceiling. Pushing into that heel. Left hand is going to come to your left hip and you're going to start to take that right leg out to the side as far as you can. Keeping those hips in line, keeping the glutes on the mat. Maybe turning the head to the left. Come back to centre with that right foot. Let go of your strap. Bend that knee again, squeeze it in. And then let that left hand guide that knee over to your left side, taking that twist. Relax your right shoulder, maybe turning your head now to the right. Making your way back to centre. Let's send our right leg long and squeeze in our left knee. Hug it in. Grabbing that strap again or grabbing hold of the left big toe as you send your leg long. So the leg needs to be straight. You're kicking into that heel. Right hand is on the right hip. So you start to take that leg out to the side, keeping the hips in line. Maybe turning the gaze to the right. Draw that leg back in. Squeeze the knee back to the chest. And then that right hand is going to guide it over to your right side. Move your left arm away from your body, palm facing upwards. And that option to turn the head to the left. So maybe today's practice felt challenging in parts. Maybe certain asanas felt very easy for you. We tend to not like the asanas that we find challenging. We tend to avoid those ones in our own practice. But challenge is good. That's when you grow. That's when your body gets stronger. We're going to roll back to center. Send both legs long and grab your yoga block. Just place it underneath your head. You're going to let your arms rest alongside you, palms facing upwards. So you're in Shavasana. That block is under your head. Just start to roll the head over to the right. Let the eyes close. Just push into that block. Let in any points of tension that need that extra bit of pressure to release. See if you can relax your arms and shoulders a little more. See if you can soften the toes, the fingers. Holding on that right side. Pulling that left shoulder maybe a little further away from the body, from the head. And then slowly make your way back to center. Moving over to that left side again, just finding any points that need that attention. And in that block, just completely support your head. Moving all the way over to the left. Once you're there, see if you can pull your right shoulder away from the head a little more. Holding that stretch. When you feel ready, roll back to center, and you can keep your block in place or you can remove it. You're going to rest for this last minute in Shavasana. So just let the body and mind embrace that stillness for this last minute. Letting the eyes close. Just starting to be aware now of any sounds around you. Starting to move the fingers and the toes. Drawing the knees in towards the chest. Hugging the knees in. Making that roll side to side. Just very slowly bringing yourself back up. Bring your hands to your heart center and just repeat your affirmation either to yourself or out loud. I am, whatever your affirmation is. And we will finish with Namaste. Namaste. Thank you.